Hello, fellow miners. This is a call to action, and your comments to the United States Forest Service are needed, even if it's only one sentence. Now, look, I've been a political activist for over 30 years with victories here and there, and the numbers matter, even if only one sentence from a member of the public. All right, so your comments to the United States Forest Service is due by end of day tomorrow, April 21st. Now, I've got a question for you, fundamental. Why is Alaska and Nevada mining friendly, quickly allowing permits to mine with heavy equipment, and not California? Why is California so opposed to heavy equipment? Well, I will tell you. Now, first I have to explain something here, and how we have an opportunity from the public, how we have an opportunity to actually change things. There's a difference between acts of Congress, legislation, statutes, and regulations. Now, a legislation is obviously an act of Congress, and statutes are written from congressional acts. Thus, you have the United States codes. All right, but regulations, how is it enforced? How are the laws of Congress enforced? The executive branch writes regulations. Hey, this is how we interpret things. This is how we're going to go ahead and enforce what you're telling us, because we're the enforcement branch. So the executive branch gets to write the regulations. This is really powerful. And the United States Forest Service, they want public comment. Yes, the executive branch under Trump wants executive action. Okay? Did you see Trump's executive order of March 20th, 2025, executive order number 14241? Trump is changing mining. He's absolutely pro-mining, okay? And again, the regulations can be written only by the executive branch. So how do we get this done? Well, I want to go ahead and I want to answer this fundamental question. Okay? Why is Alaska and Nevada mining friendly, quickly allowing permits for heavy equipment, and California is not? I guess California's like, oh yeah, you can use a pan and a shovel. You can't extract enough minerals to turn it into a business. So I want to answer this question, okay? And I work with Shannon Poe, president of American Mining Rights Association, Kirby Jackson, the president of the Gleese Mining District up in Oregon, Tom Kitcher, the president of Waldo Mining District, Tucker Clements, helped him get his case dismissed. All right, so I have to explain the difference. So here's what we're doing, okay? I want to go ahead and I want to ask you, submit a one-sentence comment to the Forest Service. It's that simple. One-sentence comment, okay? Let's go through some of these one-sentence comments. Okay, and I'm sorry, this is maybe just cheesy and cheap. I'm just trying to get it out here. I want people, I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? One-sentence comments. Because what the hell is going on with California? I'll tell you, it's the Memorandum of Understanding. Okay, here's a Memorandum of Understanding. Okay? What happened was, environmentalists during the Clinton era, in D.C., environmentalists in Sacramento are like, oh, we got a legal loophole. Let's change the Memorandum of Understanding. Let's allow by agreement California standards to be put onto federal lands. Like, what? By agreement, this can happen. This is a legal loophole. Okay? Right here. Here's what it says. Memorandum of Understanding. Surface mining and reclamation coordination in the state of California in accordance with California's Surface Mining and Reclamation Act. That's how California got their standards on federal land. SMARA. Okay? So when you have California standards on federal land, guess what? Oh, that California agency gets to approve notice or a mining plan of operation. Oh, well, they can delay, and they do. They administratively delay by agreement. It's a legal loophole. Okay? That's how they shut down mining in California. Alaska, MOUs are friendly. Nevada, MOUs are friendly. Oh. You're not going to make these radical environmental standards apply in federal lands. Not in Nevada, not in Alaska. That's why they use heavy equipment there. California, if you apply for a permit for heavy equipment, delay. Why? Because SMARA is now on federal lands. Okay, so that's what's going on. Okay? So I want to explain to you what happens when the state of California believes they have jurisdiction on federal mining lands. Okay, so here is my letter. I wrote a letter to California Fish and Wildlife. Said, hey, I just want a pothole on my claim. Mining claim, federal mining claim on federal lands. Yeah, I just want a kind of pothole, and I'll fill them up as I go. I'm just looking for gold. And I'm requesting your assistance. I wrote this on... They got my letter on April 8th. They wrote me on May 29th. Oh, hey. Yeah, we're going to respond to you. And without any question, the state believes they have jurisdiction on federal mining claims. Oh my gosh, look at all these codes and these agencies. You got their Fish and Wildlife, of course, Regional Water Quality Control Board, Water Resource Control Board. How in the hell did they get jurisdiction? Oh, I'm furious, as you can tell. How in the hell did these people get jurisdiction on federal mining claims and then tell me you have to go through this state agency, this other state agency, and a third state agency to mine on your federal mining claim? Right here it is. Bam, done. Memorandum of Understanding. We're going to put SMARA on federal lands. Who in the hell in the federal government allowed this agreement? This pisses me off. Obviously, by now you've noticed I'm pretty upset about this. All right, so, oh, wait a minute. Are these MOUs, Memorandum of Understanding, can they be terminated? Oh, let's look at this. Termination of this agreement right here. This agreement shall continue in force until terminated by any party upon 30 days written notice. Bam. Trump administration terminate the frickin' memorandums of understanding and renegotiate. Renegotiate where no state standards are allowed on federal lands. No state standards are allowed on federal mining claims. But somehow the DC environmentalists and the California environmentalists got frickin' SMARA on federal lands. Obviously, I'm very upset. Okay. My comment to the Forest Service. Okay? I'm about to submit this to show you how easy it is to submit a comment. One sentence. I'm asking for one sentence. Okay? You go to this website. Okay? The Federal Register. A proposed rule by the Forest Service on 2/20/2026. 60 days. Got to be in by 4/21/26. Look at this. The U.S. Department of Agriculture Forest Service Agency is proposing to revise its regulations governing occupancy and use of the surface of national forest systems, lands in connection with prospecting, exploration, development, mining, processing, and reclamation, and reasonable incident uses authorized by U.S. mining laws and the Organic Administration Act of 1897. So they're asking for our input. It's that simple. Click here, submit a public comment. That's where I want miners to submit a one-sentence comment. Of course, I submitted more than one sentence, added files. Here we go. Information. Submit comment. Bam! I just submitted my comment. Federal Register. Okay, so what am I asking minors to do? Submit a bunch of one-sentence statements. One sentence. Just please. It's a little harder than Facebook, but one sentence. How about some one-sentence comments? You just pick whatever you want, okay? Here's a one-sentence. Here's a number of... I am so upset. It's hard for me to explain how easy this is, but how necessary. Okay. Here's a potential one-sentence comment. Get California regulations off my federal mining claim in California. Boom, done. Terminate the MOUs, and with new MOUs, don't allow state centers. I wish only federal agents were involved in granting a notice for plan of operation. California agencies are involved. That's the delay. I've heard stories of 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, because the state, through administrative delay, will not grant permits for heavy equipment. Here's another comment. Why is Alaska and Nevada so mining friendly and California is not? I just explained it to you. MOUs. The Golden State prevents mining with heavy equipment. Protect us from the environmental extremists. Look, there's a bunch of these, okay? Okay? You can. The Army Corps of Engineers doesn't care about suction dredging. Okay. For my load claim, why is California SMAR allowed to control surface management? Our county economy has been shut down. Get California off my federal mining claim. Okay, on and on and on. How about this one? Okay. F California. 2 words. Go to the comment section like I just showed you. 2 words. F California. How about 2 letters? FC. Okay. Look, they want to hear from the public, even if it's only one sentence or even 2 letters. 2 letters. A comment with 2 letters. Flooding the United States Forest Service will make a difference. And I'm telling you, many, many people that only say FC or F California. That's all you got to say. Okay? We send a massive volume of comments to the United States Forest Service. We will make a difference. Okay? Now, I do want to remind you of something historically that worked. The Battle of Cowpens during the Revolutionary War. If you watch the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson's character, Benjamin Martin, he tells the militia to only fire 2 shots. This is actually historically correct for the Battle of Cowpens. The militia only fired 2 shots. It was strategy. 2 shots, retreat. And then we kicked the British's ass because of this strategy. Okay? I'm asking people, submit 1 sentence. 1 sentence or even 2 letters. FC. All right. Yeah, I'm pissed off at these environmentalists. And by the way, a liberal once told me, oh, those environmentalists, you can't shoot them, but you can compost them. Okay? You can't compost them, but you can't shoot them, but you can compost them. All right. So, look, if you're going to send a 1 sentence, please do. It's 1 sentence. A little harder than a Facebook comment. But please be respectful, as the current United States Forest Service under Trump are our allies. And I have this saying, if I treat an enemy, I have a saying, if I treat an ally as an enemy, they will become my enemy. Okay? The people in the Forest Service right now under Trump, they are our allies. So please, send something respectful. Let's flood United States Forest Service with comments. 1 sentence. 2 letters or more if you like. How long will that take? All right, so mass volumes is what I'm looking for. 1 sentence. I'll put the link below. Click, 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 1 sentence. You're done. Okay? That's how we can make a difference. So, I do want to communicate with the naysayers. They're like, well, it won't make a difference. Regulations are under the executive branch. Okay? So our comments in the Federal Register make a difference. So I want to end with the words of the famous hockey player Wayne Gretzky, who said, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take." Please, one sentence.